Welcome, and thank you for being here. Take a moment to listen, reflect, and let this Bible story speak to your heart. Chosen by God, feared by enemies, destroyed by disobedience. This is the rise and fall of Samson. The land of Israel was quiet, but not peaceful. God's people were living under the rule of the Philistines, an enemy that crushed them with fear and force. Hope felt distant, and freedom felt impossible. Then, in the middle of that darkness, God made a promise. A woman who could not have children was visited by an angel of the Lord. The message was clear and powerful. She would give birth to a son, and that child would belong to God from the moment he was born. He was to live under a sacred vow: no alcohol, nothing unclean, and his hair must never be cut. This child would carry strength not from himself, but from God, and through him, Israel's deliverance would begin. That child was born. His name was Samson. As Samson grew, so did his strength. It wasn't normal strength. It was the kind that made people stop and stare. The Spirit of the Lord was upon him, and everyone could see it. Samson was chosen, gifted, powerful. But strength can be dangerous when it is not guided by wisdom. One day, Samson traveled into Philistine territory and saw a woman he desired. His parents warned him. These people were enemies, but Samson didn't listen. He followed what he wanted, not what was right. On the road, a lion suddenly attacked him. With no weapon, no armor, just his hands, Samson grabbed the lion and tore it apart. He said nothing. He walked away. Later, he returned and found honey inside the lion's dead body. He ate it and even shared it with others, never mentioning where it came from. Quietly, the lines God had drawn were already being crossed. At his wedding, Samson challenged the Philistines with a riddle. When they failed to solve it, they threatened his wife. Out of fear, she begged Samson for the answer. When he gave it, the Philistines won through betrayal. Samson's heart burned with anger. What followed was chaos, revenge after revenge, fire, violence, bloodshed. Samson struck the Philistines again and again, and God continued to give him strength. In one unforgettable moment, Samson was captured and tied with ropes. The Philistines rushed toward him, confident it was over. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. The ropes fell apart like ash. Samson grabbed the jawbone of a donkey and struck down 1,000 men. One man, one weapon, one act of divine power. But even then, Samson did not change. Later, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah. The Philistine leaders came to her in secret. They offered her wealth beyond imagination if she could uncover the secret of Samson's strength. Night after night, Delilah asked. Night after night, Samson lied. But she didn't stop. She pressed him, questioned him, wore him down, until one day he broke. Samson told her the truth. He said his strength was tied to a promise made to God. If his hair was cut, the strength would leave him. That night, as Samson slept, Delilah called for a barber. When Samson woke and the Philistines attacked, he stood to fight, just as he always had. But this time, nothing happened. He didn't know that the Lord had left him. They seized him. They blinded him. They chained him. The strongest man in the world became a prisoner, weak, broken, and humiliated. But while Samson sat in darkness, something was happening. Slowly, quietly, his hair began to grow back. One day, the Philistines gathered for a great celebration. They praised their God and mocked Samson.
They brought him out of prison to entertain them. Blind and led by a servant, Samson was placed between two massive pillars holding up the building. In that moment, Samson prayed, not with pride, not with confidence, but with humility. Lord, remember me. Give me strength one last time. God heard him. Samson braced himself against the pillars and pushed with everything he had left. The ground shook, the pillars collapsed, the building fell. In his final moment, Samson defeated more enemies than he ever had in his life. His story is a warning and a hope. Strength without obedience leads to destruction. Gifts without discipline lead to downfall. But even in failure, God listens to a humbled heart. True strength is not found in power alone, but in surrender to the one who gives it.